Hey, good morning. Chris, daughters from the Caddis Fly Angling Shop down here mid-August. Definitely starting to feel like fall. And we're going to have a steelhead season in Oregon. Some really good reports already coming from the Rogue, the Umpqua, the Deschutes, of course, open this year, early stages. But it looks like we're going to get to fish for some of these fish and hopefully see some good numbers and cooler water temperatures. Along with that, I wanted to kind of lay out some of the new lines, but also like some of our favorite fall flies that we're going to use for summer steelhead. And I'm going to start from the top, meaning the surface, down. These are for, like the Umpqua guys are really big into skating flies, of course, but that doesn't mean you can't skate them here on the Willamette, or you can't skate them on the Rogue or the Deschutes. So, give it a go. This is going to be either a single or two-handed casting and trying to get this fly to skate along the surface. This is my first go through the run. I'm going to give him a shot to eat it on the surface. This is called the Pompadour Skater, and it comes in a couple different colors, kind of a natural and a black with green underbody. It's an Umpqua pattern. It's got a great sturdy hook on it and super light. I mean, these foam things are going to skate forever. Along the lines of that, Moorish, kind of a high vis tube skater, which is kind of cool because this hook is going to be just held in by that junction tubing there, and this another real high rider foam body, black and natural colors there, and then a perennial favorite, Scopper. This is solitude fly that's just done well all over the place for a really kind of a bigger fly, going to push a little bit more water, and Dean Finnerty, local Dean, great spun deer hair body, again, a foam skater. So that's your floating line, stuff, and really receptive fish here on the Umpqua, and as we get into the fall, the Willamette as well. Now, next down into the surface, I can skate these flies, or I can kind of fish them damp, just subsurface, or even pushing a little bit of water. But this is a series of muddlers, and muddlers are great flies. They have been for 100 years. This is a Jack's Klickitat muddler. This is a little more heavily dressed bug with some deer hair head, of course, and then rubber legs and black-purple scheme. Awesome. Mushu muddler is kind of articulated in the sense that it's got this trailing hook, which I really like when the fish is on. Mushu muddler in purple and black. The theme of the morning, obviously, here. Barry's Euphoric Muddler. This is a great pattern. Kind of a little more on the sparse side compared to that first one, Jack's. Great fall colors, purple, rust, black, solid fly. Again, I'm just going to let this kind of push along. I can sink it a little bit. I can grease it and just have it hang in the surface. Great fly. And then, it won't be long. We'll be talking about October Caddis. This is a mini muddler, really sturdy hook, orange scheme here. I can skate that, but mainly that's gonna sink just subsurface. As we go down just a little bit, now we're into more traditional. I can fish all of these flies with sinking situations or floating lines too. These are more of a traditional steelhead hook, no articulation to these traditional patterns. Bennett's Last Light. This is Anderson's Euphoria. I really like this kind of a midday fly, not too much going on there. Classic Silver Hilton. Can't go wrong with that. This is a Sylvie's Spey, an orange, really nice classic pattern as well. And of course, Purple Peril. Great Deschutes fly, has been forever. Now we're going to go a little bit deeper. This is, this is still in August, right? We've got sun on the water. Maybe we've got some water release, bigger water, not super low, and maybe it's a little bit colder too. These are classic, maybe articulated flies, intruder style, a little bit bigger, hobo spey, but it doesn't have big lead eyes on it. It's a lot easier to cast. Still fishes like crazy. Hobo spey in several different colors, pink and black, wine, green butt, black and blue, great fly, Deschutes and Willamette. And even larger, We have reverse Marabou. Now this one is going to get down. This is where I'm going to put on my sinking tip, or a poly leader with a heavier sink rate, black and purple there. Reverse Marabou, great local fly as well. And signature intruder, which has been around a long time, but here's just a size 6, not the big giant 2, and a green butt and a black and blue. Again, most of these flies I'm picking out, they're not too difficult to cast. They're moderate size, and they're going to turn over with lighter two-handers, whether it be spey 6 weights, or even switch rods 5 through 7. So that's their fly selection for the fall. And now, just to kind of how we're going to deliver those, we've got a few new lines from Rio this fall. And the cool thing is that the stuff is a little more getting a little more into the integrated, no loops here. So this is a Rio integrated Skagit Max Power. This is a short head spey, about 20 feet, with an integrated running line, so no loops clicking and clacking through the guides. This is going to be aimed at kind of fishing that last set of flies that I mentioned here, where we have heavier stuff, a little more mass. But you can certainly fish this line all day long on the Deschutes or Umpqua, whatever, especially in the Umpqua sometimes when back casting is challenging. So short head, integrated. You're going to use this Skagit Max Power with things like tips, and depending on the line size, light, medium, and heavy on that. Skagit Max Power is available in kind of key line weights, 5, 6, 7 weight speys, mainly aimed at the 12.5 foot rods and down. Now, this is not for your big rods, but along the same lines, Mini Max Power. This is going to be kind of your trout spey. I know some guys are using that, especially on the upper rogue and even lower rogue for half pounders, 4 and 5 weight spey rods. This is fantastic. It's an integrated Mini Max Skagit line, and this is just going to encompass your lighter rods, and you're dealing with head lengths like 16 to 18 feet. Really cool line. Again, no loops, right? This is integrated running line. Same line, but with a shooting head system. Maybe you already have a mid-sized trout spey that you want to either use for light steelhead or streamer fishing this fall. This is just a swap shooting head with Rio's new slick cast and elite non-stretch core. So killer lines here. And finally, there's just a trout spey non-Skagit shooting head. So revised here, again, elite finish and slick cast coating for super slick through the guides for trout spey. Just a shooting head here, not integrated. Now, obviously, we don't tie our flies to these lines, so Rio has made a new set of poly leaders, and we kind of asked for this I'll call them poly leaders, but Versa leaders, sorry, to make this simpler. Instead of like a Scandi Light, a spey Versa leader, etc. I'm just going to break it down real simple here. You've got your trout spey Versa leader, 7 feet. You've got a medium Versa leader, and all of these come in clear floating to about sink super fast, so about 5-6 inches per second. 10 feet, right? This is for your 4, 5, 6 spey lines, and then a heavy Versa leader, which is going to be kind of 6, 7, or 7, 8, 9 up. So just a little cleaner look at your attached to Scandi or Skagit lines in the Versa leader lineup. And one final thing here on terminal ends. This is a Skagit Leader, and I could attach this to tips, to your existing Skagit system. This is just kind of keeps it easy. Instead of just tying like one piece of 12 foot or one piece of 6 feet of 12-pound maxima, or you're just doing a straight piece of mono off of a tip. This is a nice Skagit Leader, 4.5 feet in length, 12, 16, and 20 pound, real simple. So that's your kind of your finish to the fly tapered leader for spey. Hope everybody has a fantastic fall and catches lots of fish. Keep them wet.